Hi, everyone. My name is Ann Kurtz-Kernian, and as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm from the United States. I'm really excited to share with you the beautiful and life-changing practice of silent prayer. I'm going to start by providing just a little bit of background from our tradition, and then later on I'll delve into the specific methods that we're going to use to nurture silence and stillness. First of all, know that we have a long and very robust tradition of silent prayer in our Catholic faith. Jesus was the first teacher in our heritage to encourage silent prayer. The Gospels show Jesus regularly retreating and seeking out quiet, isolated places for prayer. Luke, in fact, says, quote, that Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Then in the 4th century, following Jesus' example, we see Christian men and women retreating into the Egyptian desert with this intense longing to live in the presence of God every moment of every day. We call these people the desert fathers and mothers, and they believed the only way that they could achieve this was through deep, interior, silent prayer, letting go of thoughts over and over and over again. Then over the next hundreds of years, we see many saints and leaders writing and speaking and teaching about the many ways to simply sit still and nourish our relationship with God in this way. Saint Hildegard, Saint Teresa of Avila, Saint John of the Cross, Saint Francis de Sales, Father Thomas Merton, and many, many others taught and teach us about how to pray like this. In fact, the Catholic Catechism reminds us that, quote, we need to step aside from the rush of daily life and compose our souls before God as Jesus did. So we are following the example of Jesus and these Catholic luminaries as we begin practicing silent prayer. As I will go into more detail later, sitting in silence will bring about many positive changes in your brains, your bodies, and your minds. So it turns out that our brains get stronger and become better at all sorts of tasks like focus, attention, resilience, and patience. Our bodies get much better at handling stress, and we become healthier as a result. And most people report feeling more connected and happier after practicing silent prayer for a while. Remember, this practice is much like learning any other skill. Remember when you learned how to ride a bike when you were a little child? You start in small steps and you gradually move on from there, feeling more and more comfortable with the new skill you're learning. So we become patient with ourselves as we do this. Learning any new skill takes time. So reminding ourselves to be gentle with ourselves as we practice and learn this new skill. We'll take baby steps at first, and as we go along, we'll become better and better. And I'm so excited to share this practice with all of you. Welcome.